One more for tonight. Tales of power. What's going to happen now that I've found you? I asked. For one thing, he said, we won't discuss the dilemmas of your reason. Those experiences belong to another time and to another mood. They are, properly speaking, only steps of an endless ladder. To emphasise them would mean to take away from the importance of what's taking place now. A warrior cannot possibly afford to do that. I had an almost invincible desire to complain. It was not that I resented anything that had happened to me, but I craved solace and sympathy. Don Juan appeared to know my mood and spoke as if I'd actually voiced my thoughts. Only as a warrior can one withstand the path of knowledge, he said. A warrior cannot complain or regret anything. His life is an endless challenge, and challenges cannot possibly be good or bad. Challenges are simply challenges. His tone was dry and severe, but his smile was warm and disarming. Now that you are here, what we'll do is wait for an omen, he said. What kind of omen? I asked. We need to find out whether your power can stand on its own, he said. The last time it petered out miserably. This time the circumstances of your personal life appear to have given you, at least on the surface, all the necessaries to deal with the sorceress's explanation. Is there a chance that you might tell me about it? I asked. It depends on your personal power, he said. As is always the case in the doings and not doings of warriors, personal power is the only thing that matters. So far, I should say you're doing fine. After a moment's silence, as if wanting to change the subject, he stood up and pointed at his suit. I've put on my suit for you, he said in a mysterious tone. This suit is my challenge. Look how good I look in it. How easy. There's nothing to it. Don Juan did look extraordinarily well in a suit. All I could think of as a gauge for comparison was the way my grandfather used to look in his heavy English flannel suit. He always gave me the impression that he felt unnatural, out of place in a suit. Don Juan, on the contrary, was at ease. Do you think it's easy for me to look natural in a suit? He said. I did not know what to say. I concluded to myself, however, that judging by his appearance and by the way he conducted himself, it was the easiest thing in the world for him. To wear a suit is a challenge for me, he said. A challenge as difficult as wearing sandals and a poncho would be for you. You have never had the necessity to take that as a challenge, though. My case is different. I'm an Indian. We looked at each other. He raised his brows in a silent question, as if asking for my comments. The basic difference between an ordinary man and a warrior is that a warrior takes everything as a challenge, he went on, while an ordinary man takes everything as either a blessing or a curse. The fact that you're here today indicates that you have tipped the scales in favour of the warrior's way. His stare made me feel nervous. I tried to get up and walk, but he made me sit down. You are going to sit here without fretting until we're through, he said imperatively. We are waiting for an omen. We can't proceed without it, because it isn't enough that you found me, as it wasn't enough that you found Gennaro that day in the desert. Your power must round itself up and give an indication. I can't figure out what you want, I said. I saw something prowling round this park, he said. Was it an ally? I asked. No, it wasn't. So, we must sit here and find out what kind of omen your power is rounding up.